Luke chapter 15, verse 11. He said, a certain man had two sons. Now, there's two of everything, good and bad. He didn't have one son. He had two sons. So those of you who think everybody is bad, you'll be surprised to find out that there's good people too. And those of us who think that everyone is some way, you'll be surprised to find there's people that are not some way at all. And those of you who think that there's no more virgins, you'll be surprised to find there's 100 virgins sitting behind your row. One of the reasons why people leave churches, like you are in this church and go to another church, is because you want to go where nobody knows you. And there, he wasted his substance with riotous living. When he had spent all, everything was gone. There arose a mighty famine, hunger in that land, and it affected him. There are times when things don't affect you, but then there comes a time when things affect you too. So you may see yourself as someone who has escaped, and he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. Now, this is a story being told by a Jew. In Israel, swine, to eat pork is a problem. They don't eat pork. So it shows that his case was more serious than you could even imagine. And there, he sent him to his field to feed swine. Now, he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, but no man gave unto him. You see, there comes a time where you go low, and going low must speak to you. Sometimes your circumstances must talk to you and tell you that something is wrong. Something is wrong. I should not be like this, or I could be better. Or how did I get into this situation? And the Bible says, no man gave unto him. There is a time and a place where nobody will help you. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and I will go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. I'm no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. Now, it's important to start thinking properly. When you think deeply, you will change. So those of you who live your life without thinking, what about this? What about that? What about if something happens? What about if you die? Many people don't think much about what they are doing. You see someone who is angry, say, I'm going to kill this person. If you think about it, after you kill the person, you are going to go to prison for the rest of your life, and you are going to suffer in a horrible situation. It would make you change your mind. So many people don't think deeply about the things they are doing. So this prodigal son, he was so busy that he couldn't think. He was so happy with the small money that he had. If you think a little, you will change. Yeah, if you like, think about it. Think about what you are doing. Think about your life. Think about how you are moving. Think about the boyfriend you have and the series of boyfriends and girlfriends and fooling. As you are smoking, it's killing 1/3 of everybody that smokes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you are boozing and fooling and living anyhow, if you think about it, think a little deeply, you will start to change. You know, some of us in our lifetime, would we want our daughters to behave the way you are behaving when you have a daughter? Now he arose and he came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. So he implemented his decision. How many people I have spoken to, sometimes a liar or somebody who's doing something bad, and the person, I decided to come and tell you before the person was caught. So I was coming to tell you next week. It's not something that I was keeping from you. Just last week I decided that I wanted to share all these things with you so that you help me. But they don't. How many of you have decided in yourself, I will do something? But the Bible says the prodigal son said, I will arise and I will go to my father. And he actually rose up and went to his father. He went. He did what he was thinking. The prodigal son didn't say, I'm going to my father in my head. The prodigal son didn't say, I'm going to say it in my head. He went, he got up and he went. Many people say, I'm doing it in my head. I'm saying sorry in my head. I'm planning it in my head. I'm building a house in my head. I'm changing in my head. You are just like that lady who was riding the bicycle in her head.